All right, this is Mr. Wyrick. Just going to go real quick over this. Probability, simple probability. It's a measure of like how likely is something to happen. We looked at this a little bit yesterday with just some language of stuff. Like, is this likely? Is it unlikely? Is it certain? Is it like definitely never going to happen? So I like to add something in on this one. And I don't know. The simple formula that they have is want over total, but I like to do this. Let's see, insert an equation, and in that equation, I want a fraction, and I want it to be favorable outcomes over, possible outcomes. Okay, so if I'm drawing cards and I want to get a king, there are 4 kings. That would be my favorable outcomes. Out of my possible outcomes, there's 52 cards in a deck. So every single time it's what we're looking for, what we want, the good outcomes out of the total, what all is possible for that. And probability goes from anywhere from 0 to 1. You can express it as a fraction. You can express it as a decimal. You can express it as a percentage. So no matter what you do, you got to kind of look for it. This one says, in a popular online role-playing game, players can create detailed designs for their characters' costumes. Fatumata, wow, sets up a website where players can buy and sell these costumes online. Information about the number of people who visited the website and the number of costumes purchased in a single day is listed. 7 people didn't buy any, 143 people bought exactly one, and 16 people bought more than one. Based on these results, express the probability the next person will purchase no costume. Okay, so all we're doing here, it's the one that we're looking for, the favorable outcomes, the one that's, that it says that we need out of everything possible. So what I'm going to do here is go here, and I'm going to clear all the rest of this out so we just have the one that we're looking for. And I'm going to go ahead and just push my divide button and set up a fraction. So what's my favorable outcomes? My favorable outcomes are going to be the one where it says, what am I looking for? The next person will buy no costume. There were 7 that did no costume. So that's my favorable outcomes. There are 7 people with no costume. On the bottom of this, I'm looking for everything. So 7, 143, and 16. So on the bottom, it's going to be 7 plus, not minus, plus 143 plus 16. So there's this. Okay, this is my probability. And it says on here, give myself the answer as a fraction in simplest form. I'm going to let the calculator do the heavy lifting there. I just say make a fraction, and it's 7 out of 166 is going to be my answer. Okay, if they had asked for this as a decimal, to the nearest 10th would be 0, to the nearest 100th would be 4, to the nearest 1,000th would be 2, like so 0.042 or whatever. If they say percentage, remember, I'm going to move the decimal 2 places. So this would be 4.2%. Not a high percentage, but we're just looking at what happened. Okay. Malik recorded the grade level and instrument of everyone in middle school, School of Rock below. Based on these results, express the probability that the student chosen at random will play the guitar as a decimal to the nearest 100th. So again, I have to add together everybody, all the 7th grade and all the 8th grade. So 8, 9, 10, 23, 26. I'm going to again, I didn't mean to move that like that. I'm going to set this up as a fraction. I've got 26 7th graders, and I've got 19 plus 7 is 26 plus another 8 is 34. I've got 34 eighth graders. And then on the top, I'm looking for what what I want, my favorable outcomes. That's going to be my guitarists. So 8 and 8. So I've got 8 plus 8 on the top. This one says they want this as a decimal to the nearest hundredth. Hundredth is 2 decimal places. So I would say 0.27 on this one. Okay. So this is just basically what you're looking for. I won't make this like into a 10-minute video or anything like that. But you do have to be careful on some of these. Make sure to really read it. Favorable outcomes out of possible outcomes on this one. They're not equal size. It's red, blue, green, yellow, and purple. So we know it'll land on some more than others if they're bigger. The probability the next spin is going to be on yellow. So that's 11 out of the total of these. As a percent means move that decimal over a couple places when you get there. This is one that's really important. This one says express the probability that an 8th grader chosen at random. So we're not even looking over here at the 7th graders. We're only looking at the 8th graders. We'll play an instrument other than bass. So that's everything that's not bass over here. Okay. So I've got 10, 19 plus 15 would be 20 plus 14. That's 34. So out of 34, it'd be 8 plus 10 is, or 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 15 is 25. So 25 out of 34, but it says decimal, so I'd have to see what that is as a decimal to 2 places. Take your time, go through it. If you have questions, you can save those. I should be back on Thursday, and things should go well for you, so make sure you fill out these notes. Keep them as a guide, and we'll see you back here on Thursday.